Hey there, passionate Rangers supporters. Welcome back to Rangers Update, your go-to source for everything happening at Ibrox. First and foremost, we want to give a massive shout out to all of you who stand by the team week in, week out. Your dedication, your energy, and your unwavering support are the lifeblood of this club, and it never goes unnoticed. Whether you've been following the Light Blues for decades or you're a newer fan who's just joined the family, your presence makes all the difference. And today, we're diving into some of the latest developments that have everyone talking. From the heated debates surrounding matchday events to the exciting performances on the pitch, there's a lot to unpack, and we're going to take you through it step by step. So, grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's get into the thick of things at Ibrox. Tensions have been rising amongst the Rangers faithful following a series of incidents that took place during the most recent Old Firm clash. Fans have expressed growing frustration over what many see as a lack of proper planning and oversight at the stadium, and the discussion has escalated quickly across social media and in conversations amongst supporters on the terraces. What started as a quiet murmur of concern has grown into a full-blown debate, with calls for clarity and accountability echoing from every corner of the Rangers community. Supporters are demanding that the club take decisive action and ensure that events like these are not allowed to happen again. And the intensity of the conversation reflects just how seriously fans take both their safety and the reputation of the club. There's no question that emotions are running high, and everyone involved is eager to see a response that matches the scale of the concern. The situation began even before kickoff, with reports emerging of visiting Celtic supporters gaining access to the stadium without valid tickets. The chaos didn't end there, as both sets of fans spilled onto the pitch following the final whistle, leading to confrontations that drew widespread criticism of the policing arrangements. Supporters have highlighted a chronic lack of segregation on Helen Street as another major failing, noting that opposition fans were able to move freely in areas where Rangers fans had been directed to park. The consequences of these planning oversights were not just logistical, but posed a real threat to fan safety, something that the Rangers Fan Advisory Board and Supporters Association have strongly condemned. In statements released after the fixture, both groups were clear that the policing of the match fell far below acceptable standards and that the club itself needed to step in and assert control over the situation to prevent future incidents. Chief Superintendent Emma Croft of Greater Glasgow has come under fire for expressing satisfaction with how the match was policed, despite the glaring issues highlighted by supporters. Fans have pointed out that this is not the first time such concerns have arisen, with similar problems occurring in previous high-profile fixtures, including pitch invasions and inadequate crowd control measures. In addition to immediate security concerns, there has been renewed anger over the mocking of past tragedies, with incidents of graffiti desecrating memorials at Ibrox drawing widespread condemnation. Supporters argue that the combination of policing failures, poor planning, and repeated disrespectful behavior by opposition fans creates an environment that is not only unsafe, but fundamentally disrespectful to the history and culture of the club. The call from the fan base is clear. Rangers must act robustly and publicly to defend its supporters and the integrity of the stadium. Amid these off-field controversies, there has been a bright spot in the team's performances, particularly with the impact of Mikey Moore since his loan move from Tottenham Hotspur. The young forward has made a significant impression on the team, not just with his direct contributions of 5 goals and 2 assists, but also through his energy, creativity, and attacking presence. Under the guidance of manager Danny Roll, Moore has become a pivotal figure in Rangers' attacking setup, using his pace and ability to take on defenders to open up spaces and create opportunities. His versatility across the forward line has allowed Roll to experiment with different formations and strategies, giving the team a dynamic edge as they push for domestic success. Supporters have taken notice of Moore's influence, praising his willingness to step up in crucial moments and the way he has integrated seamlessly into a squad that has been rejuvenated over recent months. There is also growing optimism within the club about the possibility of extending Moore's stay beyond the current loan period. While Tottenham remain the ultimate authority on his future, discussions have reportedly taken place regarding a potential arrangement that could keep him at Ibrox for longer. Any agreement would likely involve careful consideration of the player's development, with the Premier League side keen to ensure that his long-term value is preserved. From Rangers' perspective, retaining Moore, even on another loan, would be a major boost, reinforcing an attacking line that has become more cohesive and dangerous under Roll's leadership. Fans are aware that the intricacies of such deals are complex, involving clauses, sell-on options, and contractual obligations, but the potential benefits for both player and club are substantial. Moore's performances have already demonstrated that he can handle the pressure and deliver at a high level, making him a key figure in the team's ambitions moving forward. Beyond the tactical and contractual elements, Moore's presence has injected a sense of excitement and anticipation amongst the Rangers faithful. Every time he steps onto the pitch, there is a tangible buzz in the stands, as supporters eagerly watch to see what moments of brilliance he might produce. His willingness to take on defenders, his speed, and his sharp footballing intelligence have quickly made him one of the standout performers in the squad. This combination of skill and personality has endeared him to fans, who see in Moore not just a talented footballer, but also a player with the attitude and mindset needed to thrive at Ibrox. The potential for him to remain at the club, even temporarily, has sparked hope that Rangers can continue to build momentum in the league, push for European qualification, and further develop a style of football that excites both players and supporters alike. As discussions continue off the field regarding policing, stadium safety, and player contracts, on-field performances remain a central focus. The balance between addressing fan concerns and maintaining a winning team is delicate, and the club's leadership faces pressure to get it right on all fronts. Supporters have made it clear that their patience is not limitless when it comes to safety and respect, while at the same time celebrating the impact of new signings like Moore who bring energy and quality to the squad. The unfolding situation at Ibrox is a reminder of the passion that surrounds Rangers, where loyalty, history, and ambition intertwine to create a club unlike any other. Every match, every decision, and every player contribution matters, and the club is tasked with meeting the high expectations of a fan base that demands excellence on and off the pitch. As conversations continue behind the scenes, the reality facing Rangers is that any move to keep Mikey Moore beyond the current campaign will require careful negotiation and patience. Tottenham still hold all the cards when it comes to the young attacker's long-term future, and they remain extremely protective of one of their most promising academy products. Moore has been part of their system since he was a young boy, developing through the youth ranks, and earning a reputation as one of the brightest attacking talents to come out of North London in recent years. That kind of investment is not something a club simply lets go of without serious thought. Even though Rangers supporters would love to see the winger become a permanent fixture at Ibrox, the reality is that convincing Tottenham to sanction a full transfer will be an incredibly difficult task. Still, that has not stopped Rangers from exploring every possible avenue to extend the relationship. Inside the club, there is a clear understanding of how valuable Moore has become, not just in terms of his goals and assists, but in the way he changes the rhythm of the team's attack. When he receives the ball in space, there is a sense of unpredictability that keeps defenders on edge. His confidence to run directly at opponents, his sharp movement in tight areas, and his willingness to take risks in the final third have added a new dimension to Rangers' offensive play. It is the sort of spark that can lift an entire side, and over the past few months that spark has been visible in several key moments where Rangers have needed inspiration. Another factor working in Rangers' favor is the player's own experience in Glasgow. Reports from within the club suggest that Moore has adapted extremely well to life in Scotland. The atmosphere at Ibrox, the passion of the supporters, and the intensity of the Scottish game have all contributed to an environment where the young forward feels both challenged and supported. For a developing player, that balance can be incredibly important. Regular first-team football is something that many talented youngsters struggle to find at elite Premier League clubs, where competition for places is relentless and opportunities can be limited. At Rangers, however, Moore has been trusted with real responsibility, and that trust has allowed him to grow with each appearance. Of course, Tottenham's perspective is very different. From their point of view, Moore represents a long-term project, a player they believe could eventually become an important part of their own first team in the future. Because of that, any agreement that allows him to remain away from North London would likely come with strict conditions attached. One scenario being discussed within football circles involves the possibility of another loan spell rather than a permanent deal. Such an arrangement would allow Moore to continue gaining valuable minutes on the pitch while still remaining firmly within Tottenham's long-term plans. For Rangers, that might not be the ideal outcome compared to a full transfer, but it would still represent a major boost heading into the next season. The potential qualification for the UEFA Champions League could also play a crucial role in these discussions. If Rangers manage to secure the Scottish Premiership title and earn a place in the group stage of European football's most prestigious competition, it would dramatically strengthen their argument. From a development standpoint, playing regularly in high-pressure European matches against top-level opposition is exactly the kind of experience young players need. Tottenham may view that opportunity as beneficial for Moore's growth, especially if it comes alongside guaranteed domestic minutes in a competitive league. In that sense, Rangers could offer a pathway that balances exposure, development, and responsibility in a way that few other clubs might be able to match. Supporters have certainly noticed the difference Moore has made in the squad's attacking identity. There is a sharpness to Rangers' forward play that has become increasingly evident since his arrival. Opponents are forced to account for his speed and creativity, which in turn opens space for teammates to exploit. It is that collective improvement that has helped fuel Rangers' recent resurgence, as the team looks more confident and more dynamic going forward. For a young player to influence the overall attacking rhythm of a club as historic and demanding as Rangers is no small achievement, and it explains why so many fans are already hoping that this loan move can somehow evolve into something longer-lasting. At the same time, the club's leadership understands that patience will be required. Negotiations involving highly rated young talents rarely move quickly, particularly when a Premier League side is involved. Rangers will likely need to demonstrate not only their sporting ambition, but also their ability to provide the right environment for Moore's continued development. That includes stability within the squad, competitive performances in domestic competitions, and the possibility of European nights under the lights at Ibrox. All of those elements combined could form a compelling argument that Glasgow is the right place for the next stage of the player's journey. What remains clear through all of this is that Rangers are determined to keep building momentum both on and off the pitch. The excitement surrounding Moore's performances reflects a broader sense of optimism among supporters who have watched the team rediscover its attacking confidence. There is a growing belief that the current squad is capable of pushing for major honors while also developing young talents who can make a real impact. If the club can navigate the challenges of negotiations and maintain their upward trajectory in the league, the possibility of seeing Moore continue to light up Ibrox remains very much part of the conversation as the season moves forward. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Rumors are swirling around Ibrox after reports emerged that Rangers have sealed a £13 million agreement that could soon bring a new European name into the squad. While the club has yet to officially present the player, whispers from inside the corridors of power suggest that the deal is done and only the final formalities remain before the announcement. For weeks, supporters have been calling for reinforcements capable of raising the team's technical level and adding valuable experience from the continental stage. Now, the speculation surrounding this move has ignited excitement among the fan base, many of whom believe the club has responded directly to their demands. Sources close to the negotiations claim the incoming player is a well-regarded European talent who has drawn attention for his consistency and tactical intelligence. Rangers are believed to have moved decisively to secure the agreement, beating interest from other clubs that were monitoring the situation closely. The reported £13 million investment signals the club's willingness to compete more aggressively in the transfer market and strengthen its ambitions both domestically and in European competition. Although the identity of the player has not been formally confirmed, the idea of a new European arrival has already captured the imagination of supporters. On social media and in fan forums, speculation has been running wild, with many trying to piece together clues about who the mystery signing could be. Some believe the player could bring creativity and control in midfield, while others suspect Rangers may have targeted a versatile attacking option capable of making an immediate impact. Inside Ibrox, the mood appears optimistic. The rumored deal is being interpreted as a clear message that Rangers intend to build a squad capable of challenging at the highest level. A signing of this magnitude would represent one of the club's more notable financial commitments in recent windows, suggesting confidence in the long-term project. For the supporters who had been asking for bold action in the market, the news, even as speculation, feels like a sign that their voices have been heard. Now, all eyes are on the club as fans wait for confirmation of the European arrival that could soon step onto the Ibrox pitch and begin a new chapter in blue. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.